Hello everyone, this is John Jenkins and I'm bringing you another video show. The title of this video is, as I look at, hold on just a second. Okay, so as I look at my, my DeviantArt profile, my DeviantArt profile, as I check out a couple of my art pieces. Okay, so what is the most important lesson that I've ever learned in my life? What is the most important lesson that I've ever learned in my life? Sure. I'm 38 years old right now. I was born in 1985. 38 years old, and I've been through a lot of stuff. I mean, you would. I mean, you literally would not believe the type of stuff that I've been through. Uh, you would literally not believe the type of stuff that I've been through, and that's not hyperbole. That's a fact. You literally would not believe the stuff that I've been through. Um, but I I I barely made it out of grade school. I barely graduated out of the eighth grade, and when I started high school, I actually flunked my first year of high school. So, but they didn't. I didn't get held back, but they told me that I had to go to summer school. So basically, I made up at summer school, and but when I got to college and I started doing the graphic design, the web design, the video production, animation, I really blossomed in college, and I had, like, I believe I was on in college. I believe I was on the dean's list at least four times, if not five times. So I was on the dean list at least four times, if not five times. And I graduated with a. I'm sorry. So basically, I got my associate's degree, and then I went for my bachelor's. I got my associate's degree, then I went for my bachelor's. So I ended my college career with a 3.25 GPA. I got all the way to my last course for the bachelor's degree, and then uh, I dropped out of college because I ran out of money. And then about 2 weeks later, I was disowned by my family. Um, and I want to show you this image right here, but that's not my image, and I don't want to get any copyright strikes, so I'm going to stick with my images. So, okay, so I like this one a lot. So, um, so, um, I was disowned by my family in September, yeah, September of 2008, and I've been living on my own ever since. I just got my first fully stocked apartment 4 years ago. I might have to move soon, but that's a whole nother story. So basically, the lesson that I've learned is that, I don't know who said this, but the lesson that I've learned is that life is good, but it's not fair. Life is good, but it's not fair. And what that means is that, if you really look at it, I mean, if you really look at, the fact that you're alive right now, the fact that you can breathe, the fact that you can think, if you really look at the fact that you're alive right now, you'll see that, it's the most beautiful gift that you've ever been given. It's the most beautiful gift in the world. Just to be alive, just to be able to see yourself uh, alive, Um, so, yeah, it's the most beautiful gift in the world to be alive. I mean, you get to just. I mean, look at this. I'm drawing self portraits and stuff like that. I'm drawing self portraits. I'm drawing skeletons. Um, so, um, you you get to live the life that you always wanted to live. You get to live the life you've always wanted to live, and you don't have to. You don't have to live in fear. You don't have to live in. You don't have to be dishonest about who you are. You get to learn new things. You get to. I mean, the possibilities are endless. The possibilities are endless. Um, the possibilities are endless. How many views did this get? 139, 8 favorites. Okay. Yeah, this is another one that I did. And this one was really unpopular. Well, it got 3 views and it got three favorites and 215 views. So it wasn't that unpopular, but it was really a slow adoption on this one. So, um, I did this in Adobe Illustrator. So if life is great, life is grand, life is beautiful, but it's not fair. You're not. It's not. Like it's like David Goggins said. To paraphrase David Goggins, like if you're dying of thirst in the desert, the world is not going to give you a glass of water. You know what I mean? If you're dying of thirst in the desert, the world is not going to give you a glass of water. I was born. Basically, I've been using state of the art computers since I was uh, uh, a kid. Basically, since before I could read. Basically, I've been using state of the art computers since before I could read. And somebody who was born in India or maybe Pakistan or maybe uh, uh, maybe Kurdistan, somebody from there, they could conceivably have gone their entire lives. They could have conceivably gone all the way to my age of 38 without even using a computer. So I've got access to the Adobe Creative Suite. Um, so in essence, what I'm saying is that life isn't fair, and what I mean is that you know you're gonna have advantages in life, and you're gonna have disadvantages. You're gonna have advantages in life, and you're gonna have disadvantages. And I mean, if you were to look at all the great things that I've been able to do even just this year. I mean, even just this year, all the things I've been able to do, it would surprise you, you know, you know, and not everyone gets to do that, and I understand that. Not everyone gets to do that, and I understand that. A lot of things that have happened to me over my lifetime were things that I would consider to be unfair. Um, a lot of things that a lot of things that have happened to me were over my lifetime were things that I would consider to be unfair. A lot of things that have happened to me over my lifetime are things that, you know, seem irreversible. There are things that seem irreversible. There are things that seem like they cannot be recovered from, or they cannot be ameliorated. Um, but that is just the way that life works. You know, you can't you can't choose you can't pick and choose your advantages and disadvantages, because obviously everyone would choose the big advantages and the small disadvantages if they had a choice. So you can't choose your advantages and disadvantages. Um, uh, so I know Fearless Soul on YouTube has a great video about this. It's called "Life Isn't Fair." It's my most watched YouTube video in history. It's only 2 minutes. So I don't want to show it to you because I don't have the copyright. I don't want to show it to you because I don't have the copyright. So, um, so, so that's all I wanted to say is that, you know, life is not fair. I mean, you're not gonna get, like David Goggins said, you're not gonna get, if you're in the desert and you're dying of thirst, the desert is not going to give you a glass of water. If you know, but if you're born in the United States and you know you've got access to technology since birth. I mean, you've got access to, you know, high end computers, and you've got access to uh, access to high-end computers. You got access to high-end electronics from birth. You know, uh, then you just have to accept. You just have to accept that, you know, that this is the way that life presents itself to you. You know, so um, it's not fair. It's not fair in the sense that I can never, I can never, I can never be, I can never be undisowned. I can never be undisowned. I will be, you know, I will be flying solo for the rest of my life, and most likely never going to be, most likely never going to be having a family or having kids. It's unfair that if you know if you look from my perspective, it seems like everyone else has the advantage over me. But you know, looking at it logically, I've got plenty of advantages. I mean, I've got, you know, I've got plenty of advantages. So Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say is the what's the most important important lesson that I've learned over the years. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, and thank you very much, and goodbye.